Hi everyone, this is Nicky Jameson here, digital artist, and today we're going to look at something slightly different. We're going to look at how to blend a photograph and create a photo blended composition using Photoshop. So to make this process a little bit quicker, I've actually pulled in some of the supplies I'm going to use to show you this. So we have a photograph, which is this one. So let me just turn that off. I have a photo here. I have a paper, which is this. I'm going to turn off these things here and just start with the background. So we start off with the background, and I've pulled in some different colored papers here because I'm not sure exactly which one I'm going to use for this composition. So what I will do is I will press my shift key and drag with my mouse at the moment to have this paper fill the page. What I've done is I've docked my canvas at the moment because I have something that is sitting behind it. So what I typically do is to look at a photo and decide which paper goes with it. That's usually a good way of doing it. This is another paper that I thought I might use, and here is yet another that I thought, I might use this paper as well. So we'll turn that one off. Actually, we'll keep that one on for now. And here is another one, which the other ones were called plain papers. These ones have some decorative elements to these to the paper. So maybe we'll start off with this one. We have these other ones underneath, and you'll see exactly what I'm going to do. So what I'm going to do here to make things really quick is I'm going to create a composition using what's called a clipping mask. So if I minimize that for the moment, and hopefully I can bring it back. Yep, I'm hoping I can bring that picture back. You'll see behind I have this this PNG file, and it's a combination of files here, and the what we have here is the mask, some tape, a leaf, and some stains, and we're going to use that in our composition. This is a PSD file, so the PSD is the Photoshop format file, and it has several layers as opposed to the paper, which is either a JPEG file or a PNG file, and those are single layered files, even though a PNG file has transparent layers. So these are actually in a single layer. This checkered appearance indicates a PNG, but in fact it is part of what's called a PSD file. So what I'm going to do with this PSD file is, because I want to get it onto this paper, okay, so I've highlighted it by pressing my shift key and highlighting the top and then highlighting the bottom. I'm going to click on the top and do group from layers, and I'm going to call this mask. I'm going to call this mask. So what that has done is grouped all the layers in this folder, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to press the V for move. I'm going to drag this onto my canvas. Okay, and now you can't really see it because it's positioned itself under the paper, so I'm going to move it up, and then you'll see it. Now this has got kind of like a hard edge, which is going to tell me that I should probably put the mask at the top. There is a way of getting rid of the hard edge, and one of the ways I can do that is to I can rotate this like 190 degrees or so, and make sure that that is at the side. Make sure this is straight. Okay, I can rotate it, and I can position it where I think it will have the most impact. For now, I'm going to undo that and put it back at the top, because I think that's where I want to position, or at least I want to start with positioning my my piece. Okay, so I'm going to click OK there, and click outside. So here we have the mask sitting right in the middle of our paper, and we don't really need this this PSD anymore. So I'm going to close that. Say no. We still have our mask here, and we have it here. So I'm going to open this group for a moment, and what I am going to do here is now create something from this mask and what I have here. So here, I think it's this one. I have a couple of photos. These are photos that I took. Let's keep them both open for now. So this is a photo. Oops, I'm touching the mask here. I want to actually be on the photo. This photo is of a house. Let's close this. This is a cottage that I took this picture in the Cotswolds. Okay, it's a really nice cottage, really beautiful stone, the Cotswold stone that they used to build these cottages. So this is a photo that I thought, I know I might use this photo. I'll turn that one off for now. This is another photo that I took in the Cotswolds, and this is a garden full of lavender. So I'm not really sure which one I wanted to use, so I opened them both, and that's what I would typically do. Right now I haven't done anything to the photograph. Sometimes I actually do things to the photo, but for the purposes of this video I'm just going to leave this as is, and in another video we can look at things to do to the photo. So first of all, what I'm going to do is I'm going to drag this photo down to the top of the clipping mask, and then I'm going to go to right now it's extending past the paper, but that's okay. I'm going to go to layer, create clipping mask, and you're going to see that this has taken on the shape of the mask. So that's all very nice. Now let's see, just before we conclude on that, I'm going to do Control Z for a moment and undo that clipping mask. Close this for a second, and I want to see what this other photo looks like, because I want to see which is the better of the two that I want to use. Or, you know, as I said, I haven't done anything to the photo, which I typically would do. I don't usually use them straight on, but in this case I'm just going to do the same. I'm going to go to layer, create clipping mask. So again, here we have the photo here, and actually I think I prefer the other photograph. I think it's got a little bit more contrast. So I'm going to do Control Z, undo that window, move that away because I don't think I'm going to use that one, and what I will do is use this lavender because I think it's got a really nice contrast. It's got lots of potential. So again, I'm going to go to layer, and there's different ways of doing this. I can also go highlight, hover between the photo and the mask, and when I see the there's a little icon that appears, I can create a clipping mask by right clicking. So create clipping mask, right clicking, or I can go to layer, create clipping mask, or I can do Control Alt G, and I'll get the same mask. So right now we have this this garden of lavender right at the top, and what I want to do is just alter this a little bit. So we've got the mask at the top, and typically you want your mask, I'm going to do Control T, what you want your mask to be, let's just drag that out a tiny bit. You want your mask to be, your photo to cover the mask entirely. If your photo doesn't cover the mask entirely, you're going to get hard lines at the side, and you can get rid of hard lines, but it's a good idea to make sure you have a big enough photo to cover the lines, and there you have almost a perfectly blended photo, which you can manipulate. I'll do Control T again. You can change it and move it around the mask to get the right feel. So we have this nice lavender here, and it goes quite well with the paper, produces a really nice contrast. So that's that. So I'll move it on top. Oh, that's actually quite interesting. So if I wanted to, I could use this paper. What I would probably do there, though, is I would probably change the hue saturation and bring some interest into that paper, like maybe have it coordinate this way. This is actually pretty nice. I kind of like that. And I would increase the saturation. You can decrease or increase. So this really blends it in, with it, and it really sort of echoes that, and you can see it actually brings out the texture. I could also go to this photograph and pull it down here, and if I pull it to the plus thing here, it will duplicate it. And then what I could do is I could travel down the blend modes. Overlay is usually a good one, and it brings a little bit of contrast. So there's color burn, there's multiply, which takes the light out. There's also soft light. So you want to be a bit judicious how you use. I'm going to put that on overlay. The photo that you actually clip to the mask, you would normally keep it on normal blend normal blend mode. But the top photo you can duplicate as many times as you like, and you can put this on a different blend mode. And you can also turn down the opacity of that blend mode so that it doesn't sort of overpower the photo. So here you've got the mask. Like we've used a black mask, but you can change that mask to another color. And the mask also has, and what I will do is, it's probably better if I move some of these up, because that way you'll be able to see them. So you can see I'm keeping it on this purple paper because I kind of like it. Moving this stain up. So now you can see some of these stains have come into, the mask is now below, the hue saturation is affecting this paper. If I was to switch that off, this would be really quite green, which is not bad actually. It's not awful, but I think I'll just keep it back on here. So we started at one place, right? We started at one place and we ended up at another just by trying a different paper, and it's entirely up to you what paper you use. So anyway, we've got some stains here. This is a stain, so let's isolate that. Control T. Actually, this is a tape, so I can choose to leave that tape as it is. I'm going to go on this stain, which looks like a bigger, yeah, okay, there we go. And I'm going to move that stain out a little bit, and then I'm going to fill that stain with a color. So I'm going to go to Edit, Fill, and click Color, click Color. Now, I like to choose some nice complementary colors. If I click on the purple here, I can actually use some of that. I actually might use some of this green. How about that? Maybe a dark green, just for this video's sake, and say OK. And there you see that it's added a green splash to that stain. Okay, so it's pretty nice. We're not going to do anything too ambitious here. You can change the blend mode of that and get some interesting, a more interesting look and feel. I've darkened it a little bit there. I've left the tape as it is. We have another stain here which is black. Let's do Control T and move that. So I can move that stain a little bit out. And we'll go to Edit, Fill. I'm not sure what color I want this one. Oops, I can't move that one out of the way, can I? Let's see. I like to choose a color that's actually in. Let's try something of this purple, like maybe this pinky purple. Yeah, that looks nice. So that echoes the paper without overpowering it. Now we have another stain here. Sometimes you have to pinpoint where these stains are, move them around a bit to see their effect, or to see what they're doing. And I'm going to go do the same thing, Edit, Fill, and this time I think I'm going to make that green again. Color, okay. I'll do maybe up here. Or what did we have here? We had a lighter green. Let's go OK. Okay. So we've got a green kind of wash here, and I think what I might do is sort of duplicate that by doing Control J and that we've got a little bit more of a contrast. Okay, and we have, so we've done that, a copy of that. Now we have this leaf. Okay, so we have this main leaf here, and we don't really need this. Oops, let's close that a bit. I will just pull that over. Okay, so we have a leaf here, and with the leaf, maybe we want to make that a brown. Maybe pick out this orange that's there. So let's go to Edit, Fill, go to Color. Make sure you click Color twice, otherwise you'll be a bit out of luck there. So I want it to be fairly dark, but not black. Okay, and I think I will probably maybe do a blend mode on maybe linear light, and then I will also do Control J and duplicate it a bit. Okay, so now we have all these elements of the mask. We have some other elements that we might add to this composition, but this is typically how you would start this, and you can add all kinds of embellishments, change the papers, change the stains. I would typically add a lot more to this by adding some. Oh, I didn't click OK. Make sure that goes up. Yeah, by adding some more elements into this to really bring this out. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed this short video. This is putting together a composition, and we're using Adobe Photoshop to do this. Thanks very much, and hopefully I'll see you in another video. Bye for now.